We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Brooklyn Barons and the Arizona Cardinals. This one fielded at the 5.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready. Blue 60. Mike 5-5. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Lady. Check 55. Mike. All right, T. Let's start. All right, T.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara.
You ain't doing
And now look at
today.
this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Opening drive fumble and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set. Yellow lady. 55. Yellow lady. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
At the 9-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Stafford. That's taken in by Henderson. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead.
Score Barons 7, Cardinals nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 10-2 soft.
58's the Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. Check 31. Check 31.
Hey.
You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
Ready.
They go with Washington to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ready, go.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch twist. Wide.
On second down, it's Washington. Space to maneuver at the 40.
You ain't going nowhere.
That one good for 33 and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
In your face. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Hit it.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
You're not ready.
On second down, it's Coleman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Defense, let's go.
So that'll back him up 5.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
Bang, 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 bang. Shift.
On the toss play, this is Washington. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 12-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Check. 55 to Mike. Man, I got you.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Go. It's run.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Mike, 55.
Get it.
Back to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game. Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain. His guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
These two teams all tied after one.
Set, 280. Middle.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Set, 250.
Hey, let's get some penetration here.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Stafford now to throw.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peak to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's
rock it. Yo, Chiefs, be gripper.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Well, you got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast, and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Switch. Check 3.
Washington gets it going right. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Ready, 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
1, 2, 3.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. That'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Kamara. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. Trying to get it to Landry there. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete, so they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Ready. Ready. From Omaha. Ready, move. You must be dreaming.
Check.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Back.
Like 7.
From the gun, a give to Henderson.
We ain't giving up nothing.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Henderson will try and run for the 1st. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Come on,
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
Right here.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
My bad, guy.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Darrell Henderson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Stafford. And incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Johnny Hecker now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. That's taken on the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Slam, slam, slam.
Staying on the ground with Washington. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hey, high 7. Get it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Let's go. Let's do this.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and 10.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Get in the weight room. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Go.
Banjo, banjo. Watch the air.
Hard. Lead grip.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run with Washington.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Ready.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Quads. Hey, watch 11, watch 11. Let's go, T. It's going to be a long day.
Golf.
It's going to be a long day. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike.
On.
They'll drop to throw.
Here I come.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Matt Wild now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
That's where you belong.
On third down, Stafford. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Man out.
Now Washington.
SOS.
Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. Crunch.
Fire.
On second down, Washington. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Ready. 15, Lonnie.
Watch the slant.
Hit it.
They'll look to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Running with Kamara. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter.
A 56-yard attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
Hey, wahoo!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Bullet high. Get it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Samson Abukum able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. The play action fake, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Run! Get there, get there, get there, get there.
No gain on the play.
Set 30 base. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Here we go, G. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Go.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
You got nothing.
This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Right there.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Greystone, travel.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll set up to throw. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. And he's got the hook up to Landry. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
What we got?
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Hey.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. All told, they get 13 yards on that play. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down. Stafford. He gets it to Cooks. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point by Marr, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Come on, boys, let's go.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This is Coleman. And some space here. And they will finally get him down, and now penalty flags coming in as well. And they might get half the distance here to boot. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Here we go.
It's Coleman here, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tevin Coleman in the final minute, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
They'll look to throw, and that's complete to Cooks. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Joker, Joker.
At the 46-yard line.
Check 52.
Now Stafford. It's caught left side by Cooks. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
First down, Brooklyn.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. He's going to let it fly.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Ready?
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to